Okay, so we really need to have a talk about where you're keeping your money. What's going on, finance people? It's Josh here. Welcome back to JoshLM Finance. Let's break this down. Now, that quote you see on the screen, it isn't just there to scare you, all right? It's the simple, hard reality of our economy right now. But the good news is, you've got some seriously powerful options right there on your phone to fight back. So today, we're going to break down the best investment apps you can get your hands on in Nigeria. First, we'll look at the big problem, inflation. Then, we'll walk through the different types of apps, the ones that are totally hands-off, the ones for more active traders, and the ones that specialize in dollar assets. And stick around, because at the very end, I'm going to give you a super simple way to pick the perfect app for your goals. All right, let's get into it. Let's just start with the main villain here, inflation. You know that money you've got just sitting in a regular savings account? Well, it's losing its buying power every single day. I know it feels safe, but believe me, over time, it's pretty much a guaranteed loss. So investing isn't just about trying to get rich quick, it's about protecting what you've already worked so hard for and actually giving it a chance to grow. And this is exactly why these apps are such a massive game changer. I mean, it used to be that you needed a ton of money or you had to know the right people just to get your foot in the door. Now, you can literally start with what you have from your couch with as little as 100 naira. And what's really crucial here is that most of these platforms are regulated or they work with licensed partners, which gives you a really essential layer of security. They've basically democratized access to wealth-building tools for everyone. Okay, let's jump into our first category, the automated investors. Now, these apps are for the set-it-and-forget-it crowd. If you're someone who wants to build wealth without the stress of checking charts and reading financial news every single day, this is exactly where you should start. In this category, we've got two real heavyweights, Cowrywise and PiggyVest. And I like to think of them as two different kinds of helpful friends. Cowrywise is that calm, steady friend who just quietly helps your money grow in the background without any fuss at all. PiggyVest, on the other hand, well, PiggyVest is that strict friend who will literally lock your money away so you can't spend it. Yeah, you might get a little annoyed in the moment, but you'll definitely be thanking them for it later. So the main thing you need to know about Cowrywise is its simplicity. It's really designed for beginners. You basically pick a mutual fund, which is just a pre-made basket of different investments that professionals manage. You set up an automatic deposit, and you just let it do its thing. It's kind of like planting a money tree and then coming back later to see how much it's grown. No daily stress needed. And here's the why behind it. Your bank might give you, maybe 4 or 5% a year on your savings? Some Cowrywise funds have historically targeted returns in the 16 to 20% range. Now, of course, past performance is never a guarantee of future results. It always depends on the market. But this shows you the massive difference between letting your money sleep and actually putting it to work. Okay, now let's talk about PiggyVest. Its superpower is forcing discipline. I'm serious. If you're someone who finds it hard to save consistently, their lock features are, let's just say they're very effective. But beyond just saving, their Investify feature lets you put that disciplined savings into things like fixed income assets or even agricultural projects, giving you some really solid investment options. And again, just look at the potential numbers here. Some of their investment products are targeting returns in this higher range. The key thing to remember with PiggyVest, though, is that many of these higher yield investments are locked for a specific period of time. That's part of the discipline. So you have to be really sure you won't need that cash immediately before you commit. All right, moving on. Maybe you want to be a bit more hands-on. You want to pick your own stocks, see what's happening in different markets. Well, this next category is definitely for you. This brings us to our first all-in-one trader, Trove. And the big idea with Trove is variety. It really aims to be your one-stop shop, giving you access to a whole range of assets, both here in Nigeria and abroad. And this slide right here shows you exactly what that variety looks like. You can buy shares in Nigerian companies, US companies like Apple or Tesla, and you can even get fractional shares. That just means if you can't afford a whole share of, say, Google, you can buy a tiny piece of it for as little as a few dollars. It's a fantastic way to get started. So what's the trade-off? Well, you'll pay trading fees, and some users have reported the app can be a bit buggy at times. But for that kind of flexibility, a lot of people find it's worth it. Okay, our final category is, it's maybe the most important one for anyone living in Nigeria right now. This is all about protecting your wealth from the depreciation of the naira. It's a strategy called hedging, which basically means owning assets in a stronger currency, like the US dollar, to shield your money's value. And the key player in this space is Bamboo. Now, remember how Trove tries to do a little bit of everything? Bamboo takes the complete opposite approach. Focus. It does one thing, which is giving you easy access to the US market, and it aims to do it exceptionally well. So the main takeaway for Bamboo is its clean focus on US assets. The app is incredibly simple to use, and they offer commission-free trading, which is a huge, huge plus. That means you don't pay a fee every time you buy or sell a stock. It makes it an excellent tool for hedging against the naira. Just a quick heads up, while the trading itself is free, there are usually fees when you deposit money. So as always, make sure you read the fine print.
All right, we have covered a lot of ground, and I know it can seem like a lot of options. So now for the big question. Which one of these should you actually be using? Let's break it down and make this choice really simple.
No, seriously. Just pause for a second and think about your main goal. Are you just trying to save automatically without even thinking about it? Or are you trying to get direct exposure to dollars? Your goal is what determines the tool you should use. So here it is, the final breakdown. Look, you don't need all 4 of these apps. You just need the one that fits your goal. So if you want to automate your investments and just not think about it, Cowrywise is your best bet. If you really need help with the discipline of saving, PiggyVest is literally designed for you. If you want the flexibility to trade both Nigerian and US stocks from one place, you should check out Trove. And if your main goal is protecting your wealth in dollars, Bamboo is the specialist. Just pick the one that fits your personality and your financial goals. And by the way, if this breakdown has been helpful to you, do me a quick favor and just tap that like button. It really helps more people find this channel. And I want to leave you with this one thought. Whichever app you choose, please remember this. Investing is a long-term game. There are going to be good days and there are going to be bad days. Don't panic sell when things look down. Just like being in Lagos traffic, patience is what gets you to your destination. If you want to go a little deeper on this stuff, I've actually got other explainers here on the channel about inflation and how to invest in dollars safely. I'll make sure to link those below. I've also got a new explainer coming up really soon on the most common money mistakes people make, so make sure you're subscribed for that one. Thanks for watching till the end. If this helped you, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.